Right, so we've got the Murphy CBH1500 here on the bench, and this is the second one of these I did. The one on the video is the first one. I haven't got the lid screw on this because the meter lamp's out. It's got the wrong knob as well. And I did everything to this that I did to the other. I did the power supply and everything, just like the other, and the squelch is just as abysmal. Now we've got Mr Chippy outside. Tango 21, Mr Chippy, do you read?
Yeah, Roger, Tango 21.
Okay, we're on the Murphy CBH1500 base station. This is the number 2 set, and let's see how it performs.
Well, it happens for a start.
Exactly, that's what they do.
I'm just coming up to the end of the lane anyway.
Roger on that.
Right, passing Lancaster services.
Tango 21 on the CBH 1500 number 2, just receiving you at Ancaster Services.
Right, just come up to Lancaster Crossroads.
Tango 21 on the Murphy CBH 1500 number 2, receiving you at Ancaster Crossroads. So at this point he's...
Passing the quarry.
I was going to say he'll be passing the quarry. Tango 21 on the Murphy CBH 1500 number 2, receiving you passing the quarry. Then he'll drop down the hill into the village of Wilsford, where it's very poor for radio reception.
There's the top of the hill.
Got you at the top of the hill. Roger, got you going round Scratchy Corner, and I'm on the Murphy CBH 1500 number 2. So he's going to go through the village of Wilsford, and he'll come out the other side, and we'll be away from the umbrella effect of losing his signal, and hopefully when he crosses the level crossing he'll be a bit of a better signal, and at that point he'll be about 2.5 miles away. Roger, Tango 21 receiving on the CBH 1500 Murphy base station number 2 set, and I am receiving you over the level crossing at Wilsford. Roger, Tango 21 receiving on the turn for Kelby, and I'm on the Murphy CBH 1500 base station number 2. So he's now about 4.5 miles away. The test ends at 6.5 miles when he gets to Rawsby level crossing. Then we're going to change radios over and put the other Murphy base station on. That's the one that I was doing in the video. Roger, I've got you at Greyleys, and I'm on the Murphy CBH 1500 base station, and this is set number 2. Roger, that was fine, Chippy. Okay, I've got you at Rawsby level crossing, and this is where the test completes at 6.5 miles. I'm on the Murphy CBH 1500 base station, and this is radio set number 2. I'm now going to swap over radios, and I'll call you back when I'm on radio number 1. This is Tango 21 on the Murphy CBH1500 base station, radio number 1. Do you receive me, Chippy?
Yeah, roger that.
Now, what's the hum level like on this? Is it any different?
See up with no mod. Yeah, it's about the same audio system. I don't know if you've got a different mic on that.
They're both exactly the same microphone. The only difference is the other radio had the capacitor changed in the deviation circuit, which was faulty, and this one's original.
Right, so that explains it. It sounds a little bit different.
There you are, that's tolerance between parts. I've no doubt this isn't faulty in any way. The deviation is spot on. So, are you just over the crossing now?
Before the crossing and way back, waiting to pull out.
Roger Dodger. So he's at 6.5 miles and he's going to come back towards us. So we're doing the opposite. Okay, you've made it. Roger, getting you loud and clear. Now the sensitivity on this set was very slightly better than on the lower set. This is tolerance between different radios. And it actually just showed, with him 6.5 miles away, he is a better signal on this radio than he was on the other. And that's just the way they are. That's where any radios are.
Passing the turn for Greyleys again.
Roger, I've got you passing the turn for Greyleys. I'm on the Murphy CBH 1500 base station, and this is radio set number 1. There seems to be a shortage of mics at the moment, so we haven't got 2, we've only got 1. And the wholesaler says we're going to have to buy something like 250 for the next consignment. So I'll be really looking forward to writing a check out for 250 mics. Roger, it's Tango 21, receiving you on the turn for Kelby, and I'm on the Murphy CBH 1500 base station, and this is radio number 1. Roger, receiving you going over Wilsford level crossing. This is Tango 21, and I'm testing the Murphy CBH 1500 base station, and this is radio number 1. That really is loud and clear. And while I'm on and over on the Murphy CBH 1500, I'm going to check the SWR of my aerial here. And let's press the calibrate button and then release it. Oh, it's 1.3. These radios have a built-in SWR meter. So his next transmission will be at the top of the hill with the quarry. He'll be then 1.5 miles away.
At the top of the hill once more.
This is Tango 21, and while I'm talking on the Murphy CBH 1500 base station, radio number 1, I'm going to switch to low power, and I bet the hum disappears. We're now on 300 milliwatts.
Roger that. Do you want to key up with no mod again then? Yeah, no hum whatsoever, like you said.
Yeah, somebody said to me they put a different power supply. They took the innards out of a power supply, switch mode one, put that in, and it still hummed. We have to appreciate that these radios were in fact hand portables reboxed into a base station. So it's I think it's just that it was never intended at the design end to be a mains powered radio, and it's probably something that, you know, in that direction rather than. Anyway, they're 35 years old, it doesn't matter anymore. Whereabouts are you?
Come through the Ancaster crossroads, coming up to the service station.
That's excellent, and I'll stay on 300 milliwatts.
Roger, squelch happens up as we go past the petrol station, like it would.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what petrol station you go by, the squelch opens up. I don't know what rotten computers they all use.
They're putting some sort of radio signal out, aren't they?
It certainly seems that way.
Right, back onto the line now.
Okay, thanks very much, and that concludes the test. This is Tango 21 with the Murphy CBH1500. This is radio set. We're testing number 1. So there we have it, the Murphy CBH1500, the reboxed Spirit 40F handheld, which always hums. We've tried the modifications, they don't work. We've put new capacitors in both the power supplies, they still hum. That's how it is. And that concludes the Murphy CBH1500. I hope you found that interesting. And we're just going to be able to view the other side of the conversation because I've been having Mr Chippy record it in his car. So you're going to see the whole thing again, cut down and edited, so you know what they sound like to his car. Thank you for watching.
Tango 21, Mr Chippy, do you read?
Yeah, roger that, Tango 21.
Yeah, we're on the Murphy CBH1500 base station. This is the number 2 set, and let's see how it performs.
Well, it hums for a start.
Exactly, that's what they do.
Just coming up to the end of the lane anyway.
Roger on that.
Right, just passing Ancaster services.
Tango 21 on the CBH1500 number 2, just receiving you at Ancaster services.
Just come up to Ancaster Crossroads.
Tango 21 on the Murphy CBH1500 number 2, receiving you at Ancaster Crossroads.
Roger. I'm just passing the quarry.
Tango 21 on the Murphy CBH1500 number 2, receiving you passing the quarry.
Now to Wilsford Village, just going around Scratchy Corner.
Roger, you're going round Scratchy Corner, and I'm on the Murphy CBH1500 number 2.
Roger, it wasn't that scratchy. Just going around the Wilsford level crossing.
Roger, Tango 21 receiving on the CBH1500 Murphy base station number 2 set, and I am receiving you over the level crossing at Wilford.
Roger, is that bumpy? I'm surprised the camera didn't follow. I'm just passing the turn for Kelby.
Roger, Tango 21 receiving you on the turn for Kelby, and I'm on the Murphy CBH1500 base station number 2. Roger, I've got you at Greyleys, and I'm on the Murphy CBH1500 base station, and this is set number.
Say again, Tango, I don't know how I managed to knocked onto channel 32.
Roger, that was fine, Chippy. Good.
Right, just crossing Rosby level crossing now.
Okay, I've got you at Rosby level crossing, and this is where the step's complete. At 6.5 miles, I'm on the Murphy CBH1500 base station, and this is radio set number 2. I'm now going to swap over radios, and I'll call you back when I'm on radio number 1.
Roger, 10.
Tango 21 on the Murphy CBH1500 base station, radio number 1. You receive me, Chippy?
Yeah, roger that.
Now, what's the hum level like on this? Is it any different?
Just key up with no mod. Yeah, about the same. Audio seems a bit tinnier. I don't know if you got a different mic on that.
They're both exactly the same microphone. The only difference is the other radio had the capacitor changed in the deviation circuit, which was faulty, and this one's original.
Ah, right. Well, that explains it. It does sound a little bit different.
There you are, that's tolerance between parts. I've no doubt this isn't faulty in any way. The deviation is spot on. So, are you just over the crossing now?
No, I'm just before the crossing of the lay-by. I'm just waiting to pull out.
Roger, Dodger.
And we're off.
Okay, you've made it.
Yeah, just crossed Rosby level crossing.
Roger, getting you loud and clear.
Just passing the turn for Greyleys again.
Roger, I've got you passing the turn for Greyleys. I'm on the Murphy CBH1500 base station. This is radio set number 1. Roger, Tango 21, receiving you on the turn for Kelby, and I'm on the Murphy CBH1500 base station. This is radio number 1.
Roger. Just cross not Rosby level crossing.
Roger, receiving you going over Wilford level crossing. This is Tango 21, and I'm testing the Murphy CBH1500 base station. This is radio number 1.
Back into Wilsford Village and going around Scratchy Corner once more.
That really is loud and clear. While I'm on and over on the Murphy CBH1500, I'm going to check the SWR of my aerial here, and let's press the calibrate button and then release it. Oh, it's 1.3.
Roger that.
These radios have a built-in SWR meter. Tango 21, and while I'm talking on the Murphy CBH1500 base station, radio number 1, I'm going to switch to low power, and I bet the hum disappears. We're now on 300 milliwatts.
Yeah, roger that. Kind of key. We're now on again then. Yeah, no hum whatsoever, like you said.
Yeah, somebody said to me they put a different power supply, they took the innards out of a power supply, switch mode one, put that in, and it still hums. We have to appreciate that these radios were in fact hand portables re-boxed into a base station. So it's, I think it's just that it was never intended at the design end to be a mains powered radio, and it's probably something that, you know, in that direction rather than... Anyway, they're 35 years old, it doesn't matter anymore. Whereabouts are you?
Just gone through the Lancaster Crossroads, coming up to the service station.
That's excellent, and I'll stay on 300 milliwatts.
Roger, squelch opens up as we go past the petrol station like it would.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what petrol station you go by, the squelch opens up. I don't know what rotten computers they all use.
Well, they're putting some sort of radio signal out
It certainly seems that way.
Right, back onto the line now.
Okay, thanks very much, and that concludes the test. This is Tango 21 with the Murphy CBH1500. This is radio set with testing number 1.